My esteemed sister Justice Shalinder Kaur, her gracious family members, my esteemed sister and brother judges of the High Court, Chetan Sharma, Learned Additional Solicitor General of India, Mr. Rajesh Mishra, Honorary Secretary Bar Council of Delhi, Shri N. Hariharan, President Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Sachin Puri, Vice President Delhi High Court Bar Association, Shri Vikram Singh Pawar, Secretary Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Sanjay Lau, Standing Counsel Criminal, Government of NCT of Delhi, Shri Samir Vashisht, Standing Counsel Civil, Government of NCT of Delhi, Standing Counsels of the State Government as also that of the Central Government, Executive Members of the Delhi High Court Bar Association, Office Bearers of Bar Council of Delhi and other district bar associations, Senior Advocates, Members of the Bar, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. Today we have assembled here to bid farewell to Justice Shalinder Kaur, who has been serving as a judge of this court since 20th October 2023. In 1982, Justice Kaur commenced her journey of higher education and enrolled herself in the BA Honours course at Miranda House College, Delhi University. She graduated in 1985 and thereafter commenced her legal education by getting enrolled in LLB course at the Campus Law Center. On completion of her LLB in 1988, she sought enrollment in LLM and pursued her master's from Kurukshetra University. Justice Kaur commenced her professional career in 1992 and joined the Delhi Judicial Service. After serving for over a decade, she was promoted to Delhi Higher Judicial Service in the year 2003. During her tenure in the Judicial Service, Justice Kaur has dealt with various civil and criminal jurisdictions and handled trials pertaining to matters of Central Bureau of Investigation, sensitive criminal cases, Juvenile Justice Act, matrimonial disputes, child custody matters, minor accident claims, etc. Justice Kaur also served as Principal District and Sessions Judge at Karkarduma Courts. She also served in the same capacity in South East and South districts of Delhi. In addition to her judicial roles, Justice Kaur also served as judge in charge of Delhi Mediation Center in different jurisdictions of Delhi. Justice Kaur is a trained mediator, having received 40 hours of extensive training on concept and techniques of mediation in the year 2005. And she is a master trainer with Mediation and Conciliation Project Committee, Supreme Court of India. She also attended the Training of Trainers program at the Center for Effective Dispute Resolution in United Kingdom. It shows her keenness towards the cause of dispute resolution and eagerness to explore the alternative modes of dispute resolution. Today, the alternate modes of dispute resolution have assumed a place of great relevance in the mainstream. In a way, they form an integral part of judicial process, and I have no hesitation in saying that the likes of Justice Kaur have played an instrumental role in this development, as they stepped out of their conventional role of being judges and participated in the training exercises conducted 2 decades ago. Justice Kaur is an accredited mediator from the International Mediation Institute, The Hague, Netherlands, and has conducted mediations in over 10,000 cases pertaining to different classes. As a trainer, she has conducted numerous training programs throughout India for judicial officers, advocates, law students, etc. She has also been a regular resource person at Delhi Judicial Academy and has contributed significantly to the continuous judicial education program. Justice Kaur has served the judicial system for over 33 years, and it goes without saying that her vast experience has been highly beneficial for this court. She is known to be a compassionate judge with a deep commitment to the rule of law. It was her compassion and sensitivity towards the cause of gender justice at display when, in Isha versus Union of India, the bench comprising of Justice Kaur emphatically ordered that pregnancy of a woman is not a disability and it could not be a ground to deny public employment. Undoubtedly, these are some strong words which would resonate in the times to come in different courts and causes of the country. and would ensure greater access to equality. Justice Kaur may have sat on the bench of this court for a very brief period. However, her contributions shall be remembered for a long time to come. As a part of judiciary for last 33 years, she has certainly touched a countless number of souls with her decisions, and as she leaves the system, she would surely be missed by her colleagues, members of the bar, and general public. I extend my warmest wishes to the esteemed family members of Justice Kaur who are present amongst us today. On my behalf and on behalf of this court, I wish you the very best for all your future endeavors. It is rightly said that when one door closes, another door opens. And therefore, we are confident that Justice Kaur would spend her post retirement time in the most meaningful way, and the society would continue to benefit from her vast experience. We pray for your good health for all times to come. Thank you, Shalinder, for all the services rendered to the system, to this court, and the entire judiciary. I thank you on my own behalf and on behalf of all my colleagues here and on behalf of the entire court, including the bar, of course. Thank you.
Honorable the Chief Justice, honorable judges of this honorable court, Mr. Hariharan, President, Mr. Sachin Puri, Mr. Vikram Singh Panwar, Mr. Ved Prakash Sharma in absentia, Mr. Rajesh Mishra is here, Mr. Vashisht, Standing Counsel GNCTD, and of course the very special family members of Justice Shalinder Kaur. Well, during lunchtime, I said, Madam, I have a compulsive habit of not adhering to the script. In fact, I have none. So I need some material to say something. Oratorial skills apart, I need some material. So she said, मेरे परिवार के बारे में बोलना, बस यही मेरे को. This is the kind of loving family that she embodies, and that has shown in her conduct throughout this. So, like the Chief Justice ended his note with a flourish of impromptu, informal expressions, so shall I. I have to follow the Chief. So to our right is the revered mother, Jasbir Kaur ji, Mataji Matha Tekna mein. And of course, then we have the renowned neurosurgeon, who is vice chairman and head of the department of Max. And he is renowned internationally. His papers are read with respect internationally. Now, that's the international part of it. There is something to do with the bar also, though I was told not to say it. There is a senior member of our bar. I'll name him, Mr. Rakesh Tikku. उनका दिमाग भी डॉक्टर साहब ने ठीक किया था. And ये ऑफर ओपन है. अब हरिहरन साहब कहते हैं to the bar and the bench, मैंने कहा I studiously stay away from contempt. I have to face the contempt court every second day. Then we have, of course, the very charming lady in pink, a doctor, and she is Dr. Tanshi Baljit. She's an oncologist, and she's not only MBBS from Maulana Azad, she's also MD. And God forbid कि बात सिर्फ दिमाग तक ही रहे और इसके आगे ना बढ़े. We have two sisters, Mandeep and Yashmeet, both of whom are doing very well in the profession. And of course, Bhabhi ji is there and all the family members are there. So when I was asking, and Chief Saab, now this is absolutely very interesting, and I'll probably end it here. In the morning, perhaps we were mulling quite a lot of Justice Shalinder Kaur's deep interest in Guru Granth Sahib and spirituality, and the fact that she has immense faith in Babaji. She gets up at between 4 and 5 each day for decades to serve the Sri Guru Granth Sahib. That is her commitment. And now you see how it works the other way around. When she never wanted to become a judge, Chief Saab, with due apologies. She never wanted to become a judge. She wanted to be a lecturer in English literature. And English literature was her passion. Now the empathic Shalinder Kaur, as she then was, जब वो फॉर्म फिल कर रहे थे मार्क्स के, तो there was a girl, तो she was very disconcerted कि मेरे नंबर ठीक नहीं आ रहे, मैंने तो पेपर अच्छा किया था, so could you help me? उस वक्त ना कंप्यूटर ना मोबाइल कुछ नहीं होते थे, तो जस्टिस शैलेंद्र कौर ने उसको हेल्प करते करते कभी उसके 64 बन जाए, कहते नहीं, कब वो जब वो एड अप करे वो बने 67. तो between 64 and 67, the lady who got 80% marks, अपने फॉर्म को उन्होंने 64% उसके नंबर डाल दिए in that confusion. And that mark sheet went to the registrar and the seats got allocated. She cried a lot. Of course she had to. They went to right up till they said, साहब अब तो क्या है, वो भी अच्छे सरकारी अफसर होंगे, उन्होंने कहा जी जो पेपर पे आ गया हम तो वही देखेंगे. There was a plea कि अगर कोई 100 लिख दे तो आप क्या 100 मान लोगे? So नहीं, अब तो जो हो गया सो हो गया. But हाँ, अगर कोई सीट खाली हो, then we'll get you in. वो सीट कभी खाली हुई नहीं, क्योंकि यहां की सीट खाली होनी थी. This is how divine works. We cannot see. हम कितना देख लेंगे? Beyond 30 meters तो ophthalmologist कहते हैं या वो लगा लो. But he knows what is good for us. In all the turmoil and the tumult that we face in life, it is a lesson to us. It is a lesson to us. And he gives those troubles for the simple reason, for the purposes of evolvement. लेकिन हमारी प्रार्थना यही होती है कि मत देना, we don't want to evolve. और बात भी सही है. So this is in so far as that part is concerned. She's a very good cook. Chief Saab, you labeled her as an excellent judge. She's a very good cook. And she's a vegetarian. And Dr. Saab, आप बड़े नॉन वेजिटेरियन हो, कम से कम एक बात मान लो, अब से आज भी आप वेजिटेरियन बन जाओ. So the accolades, the bibliographies, everything has been read. It will be read. So there has to be something different. And of course, Chief Sahab, the ghostwriter, and it comes with a disclaimer, who writes the poems, that pattern continues, and that the poem has come, but this time the only difference is it's come in Hindi. तो मैम आपके लिए ये है, न्यायालय की गरिमा में जोड़े अनेक अध्याय, न्यायमूर्ति जी की वाणी में बसा रहे सदैव न्याय, धैर्य संयम मर्यादा का रहा अद्भुत मेल, हर निर्णय में झलका है सत्य न्याय का खेल, विवेक और संवेदनाओं का संगम था प्रत्येक शब्द, विवादों में भी दिखा सदा स्नेहिल संवाद का राग, आज विदाई की वेला में नयन हुए नम नम, कर्म पथ की गाथा रहेगी सदा हमारे संग संग, न्याय के दीपक की ज्योति यूं ही जलती रहे, आपकी प्रेरणा से ये पथ और उज्जवल बनती रहे, शुभकामनाएं संग लेकर हम करते विदा अपार, स्वास्थ्य, स्नेह, संतोष मिले, यही है हमारी प्रार्थना बार बार। ऑल द बेस्ट।
Honorable the Chief Justice, Shri Devendra Kumar Upadhyay ji, Honorable Justice Ms. Shalinder Kaur ji, and the companion Honorable Judges, family members of Honorable Justice Ms. Shalinder Kaur, Shri Chetan Sharma ji, Learned Additional Solicitor General of India, Shri Rajesh Mishra, Secretary Bar Council of Delhi, Shri Murari Tiwari, former Chairman and Member Bar Council of Delhi, Shri Rajiv Khosla, former President, Delhi High Court Bar Association, Shri Sanjay Law, Standing Counsel Criminal, GNCTD, Shri N. Hariharan, Senior Counsel and President of Delhi High Court Bar Association, Shri Vikram Pawar, Secretary, Delhi High Court Bar Association, my team of panel lawyers of GNCTD and other distinguished guests. We have gathered here today to bid farewell to Honorable Justice Ms. Shailendra Kaur as she superannuates from this court. Her presence among us, though recent, has left an impression that is enduring. Justice Kaur began her judicial journey with Delhi Judicial Service in 1992 and was elevated to Delhi Higher Judicial Service in 2003. Over the years, she presided over a wide spectrum of civil and criminal matters, from sensitive cases investigated by CBI to trials under Juvenile Justice Act to disputes touching on family life, child custody, and motor accidental claim. She also served as district and session judge in Shadra, Southeast Delhi at Saket, and South District at Saket courts. Beyond the courtroom, she played a pioneering role in strengthening the mediation movement in Delhi, serving as judge in charge of several mediation centers and helping countless litigants find resolution through dialogue and understanding. When the collegium recommended her appointment, it did so in words that captured her essence: a proven track record, unquestioned merit, and integrity beyond doubt. These are the qualities that define a judge at any stage, and they are the very qualities that Justice Kaur brought into this institution with her. Nearly 2 decades ago, when mediation was still seen as a side room to the courtroom, Justice Kaur was already walking firmly into that room, believing it could one day become the main door of justice. She trained herself extensively, imbibed best practices from global experiences, and returned to share and practice those skills in our own setting. She reminded us time and again that conflicts are not always resolved by victories and defeats, but often by listening, understanding, and building common ground. Justice Kaur's journey is a reminder that justice is not always thunder and pronouncement. Sometimes it is gentleness, persuasion, and the courage to ask, "Can we talk?" that will remain her lasting gift to this institution. Through her tenure, though her tenure may have been brief, what stand out is the way she carried herself with humility, composure, and simplicity that reassured everyone who appeared before her. Above all, in my view, it is the person behind the robe who will be remembered, grounded, warm, and approachable. In a profession often weighed down by formality, she reminded us that affection and humility are not weaknesses, but strengths that make the law more human. As she steps into a new chapter, we are certain it will be a continuation of wisdom shared in different ways of service to society beyond the judicial robe and of contribution that will enrich the legal fraternity in years to come. Honorable Justice Kaur, we thank you for your service, your compassion, and your example. You leave behind not only judgments, but also a legacy of dialogue, dignity, and hope. I wish you all the best for your future. Thank you so much.
Honorable Mr. Justice Devendra Kumar Upadhyay, Chief Justice, Delhi High Court, and other companion judges of the Honorable Delhi High Court, Honorable Justice Ms. Shalinder Kaur, Mr. Chetan Sharma, Learned Additional Solicitor General of India, Mr. N. Hariharan, President, Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Sachin Puri, Vice President, Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Vikram Singh Pawar, Honorary Secretary, Delhi High Court Bar Association, and other members of the Executive Committee of DSCPA who are present today, former office bearers of Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Jatan Singh, former Vice President of Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Murari Tiwari, and Mr. Rakesh Rawat, former Chairman and Member Bar Council of Delhi, Mr. Rajiv Khosla, former President, Delhi High Court Bar Association and Member, Bar Council of Delhi, Mr. Ajay Inder Sangwan, former Secretary and Bar Council of Delhi Member, and other esteemed members of the Bar Council of Delhi, Mr. Sameer Vasis, Standing Counsel, GNCTD, office bearers of District Court Bar Associations, senior counsels, and other esteemed members of Delhi High Court Bar Association, standing councils of the Union of India, to remember her contributions to the Delhi High Court and bid her ladyship farewell. We are deeply grateful for the legacy she leaves behind, a legacy rooted in the quiet strength, clarity of thought, and kindness. Justice Kaur's remarkable journey began with distinguished academic achievements from Miranda House to Campus Law Center, and then an LLM from Kurukshetra University. Her steadfast dedication led her to join the Delhi Judicial Service in 1992, and through years of diligent service, she rose with deserved respect to the Delhi High Judicial Service in 2003 before being elevated to this very bench. Throughout her career as a judge of the Delhi Judicial Services and her tenure at the Delhi High Court, Justice Kaur had dealt with a vast spectrum of matters ranging from criminal and civil to matrimonial and service law. Justice Kaur's grasp on the procedural understanding of the law is simply impeccable, and it has only been strengthened by her impressive and demanding experience as a judge before the learned trial courts of Delhi. When her ladyship was presiding over the criminal roster, it was truly an enriching experience to witness her deal with complex criminal matters where her judgments stand distinguished by a rare sense of clarity and balance. Having dealt with matters from the very grassroots level to the appellate stage, Justice Kaur's appreciation of evidence in appellate matters was a masterclass in itself. Justice Kaur not only possessed a unique ability to analyze challenging criminal matter with both rigor and compassion, but she also articulated the most complex dispute into the simplest of words, a quality that all of us must strive to develop further. Her ladyship's holistic grasp of the ground realities of the litigation has enriched both the bar and the bench. Beyond the courtroom, Justice Kaur's dedication to mediation and the alternative dispute resolution has been inspiring. With extensive training in India and abroad, and as a master trainer and accredited mediator from the International Mediation Institute, Hague, she has also conducted nearly 10,000 mediations guiding disputing parties towards resolution with patience and empathy. Her leadership in this field has shaped judges, advocates, and students across the country, reminding us all that true justice also lies in fostering dialogue and understanding. And most importantly, her leadership has changed thousands of lives for the better, not only as a judge, but also as a mediator. The calmness and the composure her leadership cultivated during her stint in mediation has become her hallmark at the Delhi High Court. In her courtroom, tensions dissolved and the most intricate disputes found clear and rational expression. It has often been said that greatest jurists possess the ability to break down the most complex issues into the simplest of words. Justice Kaur has, through every judgment, every proceeding, represented this wisdom, bringing clarity and compassion to the toughest cases and writing judgments that stand out for their clarity and simplicity. Justice Kaur, your departure leaves a space that will be deeply felt by the bar and the bench. We will miss your calm and steady wisdom, your patient listening, and quiet strength. The corridors of the Delhi High Court will long echo with the warmth of your words, the wisdom of your judgments, and the kindness you have shown to every litigant and lawyer, especially those just starting their careers. The humility with which Justice Kaur has carried herself as a mediator and as a judge has not only changed the lives of the litigants whose disputes she successfully resolved, but also of anyone who had the privilege to be a witness to how she conducted court and interacted with members of the bar, especially young counsel who found the role model to look up to and aspire to become like. Despite how heated the argument can get, the composer with Justice Kaur would patiently deliberate upon the matters while never losing her patience is a testament not only to the judicial services, which has produced such a fine judges, but also to her work as a mediator and a mediation trainer. On behalf of my chairman, Bar Council of Delhi and member Legislative Assembly from Timarpur constituency, Mr. Surya Prakash Khatri, we extend our gratitude for your extraordinary service and for always keeping a smile on your face in the courtroom. Your example will always guide us, and every member of our legal fraternity will fondly cherish your presence and the impact that you have left on all of us. In the end, I would like to say, Anta Asti Prarambha, that is the end is the beginning. So I extend my best wishes to honorable leadership for your new beginning. Thank you.
My Lord, the Chief Justice, Honorable Justice Upadhyay, all other honorable judges of this esteemed court, Shri Chetan Sharma, ASG, Shri Sachin Puri, Vice President, Shri Vikram Singh Pawar, Honorary Secretary, and the other office bearers of the Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Rajesh Mishra, Honorary Secretary, Bar Council of Delhi, Shri Samir Vashisht, Standing Counsel Civil, Standing Counsels of the Government of NCT of Delhi, senior advocates, fellow colleagues at the bar, esteemed family members of Honorable Justice Shalinder Kaur, ladies and gentlemen. We gather today to bid farewell to Honorable Justice Shalinder Kaur. Justice Shalinder Kaur's illustrious journey, as has been repeatedly said, but I will dwell on it on a brief note, began with a strong academic foundation. Miranda House is not an easy place to get in. That I can assure you, being from Delhi University, was a sought-after place. Followed by, of course, the hallowed institution, which we all consider hallowed even today, the Campus Law Center, which has produced so many of us who adorn the benches, who are a part of this bar. In 1988, she finished her law and decided to go to Kurukshetra University to do her post-graduation in law. This blend of academic preparation and her inner sense of fairness laid the cornerstone for a judicial career that has left an enduring imprint on this legal system, as we have seen speaker to speaker reiterating what we are going to miss. So, sir, today I thought I will start this address in a different way. I will try the Socrates method. The Socrates method is the method of questioning. The first question that comes to my mind: what does it mean for a judge to travel from the trial court to the high court? This is the question which has been bothering me. And the answer probably is, especially in her case, it means never losing the sight of living realities of procedure. Beginning in 1992 with the Delhi Judicial Service, rising in 2003 to the Higher Judicial Service, and then as the Principal and District and Sessions Judge, Justice Kaur has brought to the High Court the practical wisdom of someone who has managed trials, litigants, and an overburdened system firsthand. Over the span of her illustrious career, she presided over an extensive range of civil, criminal, and matters relating to CBI investigations, criminal cases, proceedings arising from the Juvenile Justice Act, matrimonial disputes, child custody petitions, and motor accident claims. I guess it is the gamut of things. She bore the mantle of judge in charge of the mediation center across the Delhi districts. But why mediation? Because she believed that not every dispute requires the hammer of adjudication. Many can be resolved by the gentler art, and that art of dialogue. Did she merely support the idea in theory? Is the other question that we ask. No, in 2005, she underwent intensive training in concepts and techniques of mediation, something which I also need to learn. I have been a litigator throughout my life. I've always wondered, how do you mediate a dispute? I've also always wondered that if you mediate a dispute, who's going to come to us? Who's going to pay us? So questions of survival have also confronted us on this side of the bar. Someday I will take some lessons from her. Having said that, she did not stop here. She became a master trainer with the Supreme Court's Mediation and Conciliation Project Committee. Learning from experts at the Center for Effective Dispute Resolution in UK. And recognition coming not only at home, she was accredited internationally by the International Mediation Institute at The Hague. And what was the outcome of this journey? Over the years, I'm surprised to know she has mediated nearly 10,000 cases. 10,000 cases. That count, to reach that count itself is phenomenal. And across various fields, family law, commercial disputes, property, labor. The chief is right. We can't let go of a person like this. We need her here again and again to train us, to inculcate that spirit in us. We will be definitely calling upon you in the bar, ma'am. I assure you, because the chief said something in the morning today, and I take a cue from there. In the learning series which we have started, you will definitely feature there. I am extending an invitation straight away. Now, having said that, my lord, does this not show us her faith in peaceful resolution was not abstract but lived in practice? So here comes the next question. And did her work in mediation end at the table of settlement? This is the next question that comes in the Socratic way. No, for she believed that practice without teaching is incomplete. She carried her experience into classrooms and conferences, which is what we are expecting her to do as far as the bar is concerned. She spoke at the national and international gatherings. She's trained judicial officers, lawyers, I'm told, and students across India, sharing not only techniques but also the conviction that dialogue can heal. She has been a regular and much valued resource person at the Delhi Judicial Academy and the law colleges in Delhi. Ma'am, we dream of having a lawyers' academy. And we also dream that you will come and adorn it as well as one of these resource persons there. Elevated as an additional judge of the Delhi High Court in October 23 and confirmed as a permanent judge in 2024, December, she now retires in September 25, closing a judicial career that spanned every rung of our system. At this juncture, I ponder in retrospect, what kind of a judge she chooses to be. One, the answer, I believe, through the judgments that I had seen, one who believed that discipline in procedure is discipline in justice. That is the thread that I can see from her judgments. And there are a few, I don't intend dwelling much because I guess a lot of speakers have already dwelt on those judgments, but I'll briefly, a few of them I will mention. Of course, in CASA 2 Stays Private Limited versus VLCC Personal Care, there is one judgment where she insisted that commercial trials must honor the timelines of Commercial Courts Act and CPC. 14 months into litigation is no time to introduce documents. Now that rings a bell for all of us because as lawyers, we do introduce documents which we actually get hold of a little later during the stage of litigation. Introduce documents vaguely and such discipline keeps trials fair. Then there was a case of Ramkishan versus MR, MGF Land, where she clarified that certification under 65B of the Evidence Act is not a technicality, but a condition precedent which still allows discretion where justice so demands. One who believes that rules must bend to protect dignity. In Samundar Singh versus Union of India, she restored seniority to a CRPF inspector who had regained fitness, preventing temporary frailty from permanently derailing a career. And then, in Union of India versus Colonel Balbir Singh, she ruled that disability pension cannot be denied on mere technical grounds, ensuring fairness for those who had selflessly served the nation. One who believed that justice must reflect humanity. And then, in Sonu Rajput, which was referred to by the Chief Justice as well, sitting in a division bench, Justice Rekha Palli, the bench directed reconsideration of a woman disqualified for overweight shortly after childbirth and even urged gender-neutral nomenclature in recruitment rules. So that shows that gender sensitivity element in her as well. So then that leaves us to another question. What lessons do her work leave for us? The parts. We carry judgments that will be cited for their clarity. We carry an example of steady firmness and compassion in equal measure. And we carry the memory of a judge who treated every counsel, senior or junior, with the same attention, and every litigant with dignity. Young lawyers in particular found her to be an encouraging judge who gave them confidence and respect. In her courtroom, justice was not hurried nor harsh, but delivered with fairness and empathy. Today, as her ladyship sets aside the robes of her office, we part not only with a judge, but someone who leaves behind a legacy woven through her recent judgments, the thousands of disputes she steered to peace through mediation, and the many advocates and litigants who found in her courtroom an atmosphere of dignity, patience, and fairness. As the saying goes, a judge may lay aside his robes, but the wisdom imparted in that robes endures forever. Today, your leadership steps away from the bench, but your legacy will continue to guide the bar and bench alike. Ma'am, on behalf of myself and the members of the Delhi High Court Bar Association, we wish you peace, health, and fulfillment, and family time, which you probably have not had in the years ahead. Thank you so much.
Honorable the Chief Justice Devendra Kumar Upadhyay, my esteemed brothers and sister judges, Mr. Chetan Sharma, Additional Solicitor General of India, Mr. Sameer Vashisht, Standing Counsel Civil, Government of NCT of Delhi, Mr. Rajesh Mishra, Honorary Secretary, Bar Council of Delhi, Mr. N. Hariharan, President, Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Sachin Puri, Vice President, Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Vikram Singh Panwar, Honorary Secretary, and other executive members of the bar. Eminent senior advocates, additional standing counsels from the central government and other panel counsels, learned members of the bar. Ms. Kaveri Baveja, Registrar Vigilance, office bearers of the registry, members of the court staff, colleagues, friends, and my beloved family. A very good afternoon. I am touched by the heartwarming words and sentiments expressed by Honorable the Chief Justice, the Additional Solicitor General, Standing Counsel Civil, Mr. Hariharan, President of the Bar Association. I am filled with a farrago of emotions in sense of gratitude, humility, reflection, and tincture of sadness. There is no other way to overstate that it has been a greatest honor to have served this institution and the people who came before me in pursuit of justice. To bid farewell to the bench after more than 3 decades of service is no easy moment. Yet, for me, it is one that comes with a deep sense of contentment. I was born and brought up in Delhi. My roots have always been here. Much of my life was spent in the warmth of a joint family. First, with my father's family, and later with my husband's family. As a child, I led a very protected life, being guarded and surrounded by the care of parents and extended family members. Academics came naturally to me, and usually I found myself at the top of my class. When the school came to end, the circles of protection remained strong, and I stepped into Miranda House College with the wide-eyed optimism of a young student and had graduated in political science honors. It was in the corridors of the campus law center that my passion for justice and fairness truly gained its foundation. It can be said that the study of law gave a voice to my aspirations, and later doing my LLM from Kurukshetra University. I was very fortunate and blessed with mentors who taught me to look at law as not a mere profession and the strength it holds as a means of transformation. In 1992, I joined the Delhi Judicial Services. Looking back, that moment was more than just the start of a career. It was the beginning of a lifelong commitment to the justice delivery system. The journey had taken me to witness different jurisdictions, each bringing with it challenges, lessons, and above all, the privilege of serving people in vulnerable moments. In 2003, I was promoted to Delhi Higher Judicial Service. Alongside, I was trained as a mediator and a trainer, and I successfully completed around 10,000 mediation, including in complex cases. Over the period of time, I had the honor to preside over matters that may appear routine to many, yet for me, it carried the weight of somebody's world. There were days when there would be even a tussle between the head and the heart. Each such matter taught me that adjudications travel much beyond. In every courtroom I encountered more litigants and files, it was their stories and struggles. Throughout my tenure on the bench, I was reminded that the robe we wear bestows an authority which has real life implications. There were times when the journey felt heavy, when the road ahead seemed daunting, but as I sat down to write this speech, I realized now how kind memory can be. It sifted through the difficult days and brought forward the moments that mattered. The small victories, the quiet reassurances, the shared laughter with the colleagues and friends. Over time, I came to understand that the rough patches do not last. They are only the chapters and not the complete story. I would like to thank Chief Justices of these institutions who have been a part of my journey. Justice Satish Chandra Sharma, Justice Manmohan, Justice Vibhu Bhakru, the then acting Chief Justice, and Justice Devendra Kumar Upadhyay for their constant and unwavering support. To my dear colleagues on the bench, it has been nothing short of an honor to serve alongside you. I have learned from your scholarship, your patience, and your unshakable sense of duty. Beyond the work we shared, it was camaraderie, the warmth of your friendship, and the magnanimity with which you all always offered guidance that I will hold in high regard. These are the memories and bonds that I will carry with me forever. This occasion is befitting to express my heartfelt gratitude to my senior bench partners over the past 2 years, Justice Suresh Kumar Kaith, Justice Rekha Palli, Justice Naveen Chawla, and Justice Vivek Chaudhary. Each of you brought to the bench not just intellectual rigor, but a generosity of spirit that made a shared responsibility lighter and more meaningful. A special word for Justice Naveen Chawla, with whom I shared the bench for the longest period. His calm demeanor, perceptive insights, quiet strength, and nonetheless coach humor that kept the proceedings joyful and lively. Justice Neena Bansal has been a steadfast friend, a beacon of strength and support through my judicial journey, and someone with whom I shared a bond dating back to the very early days of our law college. Her wisdom, compassion, and constant presence have carried me through through many difficult days. To my batchmates on the bench, this journey would not have been the same without the experiences we shared, the memories we created, and the strength we drew from one another have been invaluable. all of which remains a cherished thread and binds us even today. Further, I like to take a moment to share my gratitude for my mentors, Justice Madan B. Lokur, Justice A.K. Sikri, Justice Hema Kohli, Justice Sistani, Justice Rajiv Sahai Andlaw, Justice Mukta Gupta, Justice Siddharth Madul, Justice Rajiv Shakdar, Justice G.P. Mittal, Justice R.K. Gaba, Justice Talwant, to name a few, who have played an instrumental role in my professional life. To my young and bright law researchers, Fateh, Karan, Saksham, Kushagra, Barkha, and Divyanshi, my heartfelt thanks to you for your diligence, intellectual curiosity, and enthusiasm. You brought in a fresh perspectives and had tireless energy. I look forward to seeing each of you excel in your own path ahead. I would also like to thank my interns who were part of the office throughout this period. I wish you the very best for your future. To the members of the bar, let me say your advocacy and integrity are truly the lifeblood of this institution. One cannot just be without the other. To the young members, I would urge to pursue law not merely as a career, but as a calling. Prepare with sincerity, be fearless when prepared. The road may test you at times, but if you stay true to these values, the journey will be worthwhile. To my dear family, no words will ever be enough. I am grateful to my husband, Dr. Daljit, with whom I share a very special bond and who has always been on my side when needed the most. I'm also grateful to my sweet daughter, Dr. Tanshi Daljit, who holds a very special place in my heart. She's always sensed the joy and stress in my life. I'm also thankful to my sisters, Mandeep and Yashmeet, who are the pillars of my strength, my nephews and niece, Rapsharan, Jasmine, and Sara, my brothers-in-law, my sisters-in-law, who always stood by me in every need of ours. My family stood by me through long days and long nights, waiting for me at home, through the court work and official responsibilities that often took me away from home and commitments. If I was able to do justice to my work, it is because you did justice to me with your patience, understanding, and your love. And now, with a great emotion, I wish to dedicate a moment to the memory of my late father, a man whose strength, firm resolve, a man whose strength, firm resolve, and unflinching belief in the potential of his daughters shaped the course of my life. He never allowed the fact that he had 3 daughters to be seen as any kind of limitation or come in the way of our dreams. Instead, he made it the foundation of our strength. My mother's encouragement, her sacrifices, and her pride in our achievements gave us wings to dream and the courage to pursue them. Wherever I am today, I owe in no small measure to them. To my late mother-in-law, who lovingly nurtured my daughter when I was away, busy with my responsibilities at the court. And to my father-in-law, for whom I am his daughter. He never forgets to ask me every evening about my progress and performance of judicial work and would always gently inquire from me, "काम ठीक से समझ लिया है ना?" My special thanks to my staff of this institution, the registry, and various branches of this court. My courtroom staff, Court Master Akhil Saxena, Private Secretaries Rashim and Neelam, Assistant Court Master Mahesh, Stenographers Shalini, Alka, Sagar, Sanjay, Harsh, Restaurers Surinder, Soni, Chauffeur Chiranjilal, Ushers Ghansham and Balkishan, PSOs, the court attendants, and other staff at home. You have supported me in executing my duties seamlessly, even till late nights, duties which would have been a tad bit difficult to perform without your active cooperation and assistance in a way. You are the latent strength of judiciary. This institution, with its legacy, majesty, and moral compass, is far greater than any one of us. If I leave behind anything, I hope it is few words written with compassion, a few orders passed with conviction, and a career defined by hard work and integrity. I will continue in my own capacity to serve the cause of justice. The robe may rest, but the responsibilities do not. I take away from this journey feeling truly fortunate, not for what I held, but for what I was given. The experiences that shaped me, the relationships that sustained me, and the invaluable lessons. I have learned to count my blessings with gratitude and to accept my defeats as teachers. Even mistakes, when met with honesty, carry their own gift. They show us how to be better, kinder, truer. If there is any wisdom I carry forward, it rests in those lessons. As I take leave, as I take your leave today, I do so not with regret, but with deep reverence. I am grateful beyond measure for the honor of your presence, affection, and support. If I have faltered, it was never for want of sincerity, but perhaps in good faith. If I have succeeded, the credit is shared with all those who stood behind me, besides me. May this court remain forever a temple of justice, guided by compassion and constitutional morality. Thank you and Jai Hind.
May I have permission of Honorable the Chief Justice to close the farewell reference proceedings? The proceedings are closed.